Hello, bookworms, bibliophiles, and lovers of all things literature. Welcome to the next chapter of the Braless Book Guild podcast, where we discard our bras and jump through worlds to discuss books both published and unpublished. We are your hosts, Jenna, that's me, Marissa, hello, and Megan.
Hi.
I almost went out of order there.
You did. She started to point to me.
I was like, no, it starts with me. And as always today, guys, let's talk about what we're drinking first. Let's start with you, Marissa, since I wanted to point you to you first anyway.
I'm, once again, from like a couple weeks ago, I'm drinking the decaffeinated English tea from, English breakfast tea from Twinings.
It's a good classic.
Yep.
I love the English breakfast. What about you, Megan?
I'm drinking a passion papaya green tea from Panera. Not sponsored.
Yeah, delicious.
But could be. Hashtag not an ad, but could be.
And then I am drinking, gosh dang it, I just said I needed to remember the name of this tea so that I wouldn't forget it.
And I was not listening when you said
Steeped
that.
in folklore.
Folklore. It's one of our favorites.
It's one of my favorites. I haven't had it in a long time. I wanted to enjoy it hot before it gets hot outside and I have to start trying to use cold again. So yeah, I'm enjoying that one right now. One of my favorites. All right, guys. So we decided today we really want to talk about the worlds that our books are based in and which ones we'd want to live in versus which ones we would really, 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 really not want to live in. So we decided we're gonna talk about the different books out there and which ones appeal to us and why. So let's get started, guys. What book do you think you would most want to live in?
So I wanted, and this is kind of cheating, but Ashley Poston's adult romance series where it is our world, but with a slight hint of magic.
Okay.
So like the 7-Year Slip where there's ghosts.
Yep.
And then, not the 7-Year Slip, my bad. The Dead Romantics where there's ghosts, and then the 7-Year Slip where like there's an apartment where time just kind of doesn't work properly. And then I haven't read Novel of Yours, but I assume it's gonna have something a little magic in there. So that's my top choice.
That would be pretty nice, I think. I think that's a safe one because it's like you're not too far out of your realm, but you have just a little bit of magic that's realistic. So I like that one. What about you, Marissa? Do you know any that popped to your brain that you were like, yeah, I'm loving that?
I'm sure there's ones that are more interesting and the ones that I'd be more inclined to actually want to live in. And then kind of like Megan, I'm cheating a little bit with this one, but the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe.
Okay.
I read the Kyoshi books and the Yang-Chen books, so it still counts because it's books, but and the comics. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have like bending and stuff like that. There's definitely downsides to it in a lot of ways, especially depending on what era you live in. But yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of with Megan where there's just like, I want something where there's a hint of magic in our world, but I think that airbending and firebending and stuff like that would be kind of fun. The funny thing is my brain, when we immediately thought of this, all I could think was like, Harry Potter. That's every kid when they were 11 wanted to get a Hogwarts letter. And I was like, well, maybe not Harry Potter, maybe like Fantastic Beasts, because that's more the American side. And then,
Slightly less threat of impending doom.
Yeah, slightly less Voldemort-y. But then I thought, okay, but the thing that I don't like about that is that like chances are I'd be a muggle in that world. I don't want to be just a muggle. I want something where I could learn the magic, right?
Yeah.
So
that was something I thought about with Avatar too, where it's like there's a possibility that I'm a non-bender, but honestly, even the non-benders in there are pretty cool.
Yeah. You
like,
could be,
I mean, granted,
Sokka.
Also possible that I'd just be like a random villager or something.
Yeah.
But that's true for any world that you're in. There's always going to be the quote unquote common folk.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, yeah, look at Sokka. He mastered basically all the fighting styles of that world.
Yeah.
Or if you go into Korra, you have Asami, who was the big inventor of that world.
Right.
So,
yeah, I think I'm with you guys where I want something where it's like there's a bit more chance that you have something interesting going on with the world that you live in. Then my next thought was because it's so popular right now is Fourth Wing. And I was like,
No.
there's so much about that now that like as it explores, I'm like, nah, maybe I don't want to be in that one either.
If I was a scholar, maybe.
yeah,
But
a
not, I wouldn't
I-
want to be a...
Yeah. I think that the thing with that one that's kind of cool is that like they're even in that world, like, I mean, there is obviously the village folks, but the whole idea of that world is that you're going into some part of the military that would have its own like thing, you know?
Yeah,
And you'd have more choice, I think, in that one.
I thought about that with stuff like T.J. Klune's books, because reading The House on the Cerulean Sea, it's like, yeah, you have all these fantastical beings that are fairly common, but then the whole point of those books is that they're being discriminated against, and I'm all like, well, we got enough of that. Don't need to go into a world where that's...
Yeah, it's already a real life enough right now.
Yeah.
But
Or you can do like Miss Peregrine's, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
interesting. That's scary for sure,
kind
but
of creepy little.
yeah,
That's what I thought. I also thought about like the shadow hunters, and it was that same thing of like, okay, but you have to be like a chosen one. But it is kind of that fun idea of like, oh, you could just be wandering down your life any day, and then all of a sudden be pulled into this world, you know?
yeah.
But
The problem with the shadow hunters is that it's very much the Christian base of it.
yeah,
So I was like, I don't want to be in that world.
Yeah.
They hate gay people in that world. Well, not all of them.
they're growing acceptance. It's
Yeah.
just they're about 20 years behind us.
They also discriminate against other magical creatures.
That's
so.
true. There is a lot of discrimination there.
I was thinking I definitely would not want to be in Hunger Games.
Yes.
Because even though when we looked at the map, we would be in District 5? I already lost the map. District 5, which I think was agriculture,
Yeah, something
because
like
California. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that dystopian worlds just don't sound appealing, which is unfortunate considering that looks like where we're going.
that. Well, that's because it is dystopian.
Yeah.
Like, it's not utopian. It's not a utopia. It is the dysphoria of a utopia.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But I don't want it to actually happen.
We felt that way when COVID hit, though. It was like, this is the beginning of that story. Every young adult novel I read, 2008.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think dystopian worlds are very interesting to read about. To live in them would be kind of crazy. I thought about that with Divergent, because once again, it's like there are ways that people could live in the world and it be okay. Like if you were capital citizen, yeah,
Of course.
freaking Hunger Games
Yeah.
is great. You live in like what's the agriculture one in Divergent? People that like,
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
yeah, they go there in like the second book or something like that, but I'm like, those people, they have like a nice little happy community. Like it's kind of like a cult, but
Yeah.
they're very happy out there.
Same thing with the Ugly series by Scott Westerfeld.
Yeah.
The movie just came out, and that one was like, yeah, every citizen who's like a part of that world, and when they turn 16, they get a pretty face.
Yep.
And everyone's beautiful.
mm-hmm.
Nobody's ugly. Yay. But then you realize, oh, they're also poisoning you to keep you docile and follow their world. Very Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
Subliminal messaging.
Yep. Yeah, I think that dystopian is written to warn us about the dangers of government and how things can go so badly and how quickly things can go badly. So I don't think it would be fun to actually live in. It's fun to read about and get into that world, but even when you're reading about it, at least for me, like my heart's racing and I'm like feeling anxious and like how are we gonna break this society and get out of this situation? So it's like,
Although I will say there are times that I fantasize about living in a post-apocalyptic world, like any like zombie type game or something, or a book or something like that. I say game because I played 7 Days to Die not too long ago, but like that kind of just need for survival where that's just all there is and you don't have to worry about any other like petty stuff.
Yeah.
That's appealing in some ways.
you don't have to go into clock in for your 9 to 5 job Monday through Friday or whatever.
Exactly. Now, is it great because, people are dying left and right and it's kind of scary and a lot of adrenaline? No, but there's a simplicity to it that's appealing.
Yeah. I'd be a zombie. I already know it.
I would eventually because I have to wear glasses and that doesn't last long in the
Right.
apocalypse.
I have too many health conditions. I feel like I'd fall behind too quickly. Too many things adding up against me.
Right. Yeah, if you can't get any medicine that you will need.
Mm-hmm.
Why in all of these movies is everybody not pregnant?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Quiet Place.
Wait, what?
How are people not always pregnant?
Because they don't have any types of birth control. They don't have any.
Yeah.
So all the women should be.
You just don't have sex. That's
They're all asexual.
You're too busy.
Or you be gay.
You're too busy surviving to enjoy anything.
Actually, the thing is that, realistically, all the straight people got weeded off because they were too busy having sex. And then
we
the
wouldn't
real gay agenda.
We would not last long as human species.
I'm feeling great about this apocalypse, guys.
And I'm even more invested.
Yeah.
You get the best out of it, right?
I mean, it certainly limits the amount of people that are probably going to not be gay as well for you. So, I mean, your dating pool would get much
cut very short.
You run into a woman, there's much higher probability that she's not straight.
Depending.
Yeah.
I would not want to live in the Akatar or Throne of Glass worlds only because, and I guess it's because we follow the main character, and this is like true for all books.
Right.
But everything just seems so dire and everyone's always after them and there's like no rest for the weary kind of thing. And I just would not want to live.
I could live in Valaris. They're like City of Starlight. It'd be great.
Doesn't it get like destroyed like 500 times?
No, they have like one attack on it, but it's like the whole idea is that it's like secret and stuff like that. And then they find out about it and they like attack at one point. I guess spoiler alert if you guys haven't read that. But yeah, it's not like a ton of times, and it's overall like a pretty peaceful place. It's kind of supposed to be like set away from everything, but
I remember it having like an artistic area to it
had
that she goes through.
They had the arts area, they had like the spice area, all the fun little things, and overall like that I could live there. If I was to live in that world, that would be the ideal situation.
But also there is an entire library of women who were attacked.
That's true. But that's
people.
Throughout the whole world, and that whole world was supposed to be like it was all under Amarantha's reign or whatever, and she was like doing horrible things.
So you would have to like choose a specific time.
You have to be in Valaris
when
at this time.
Yeah, when she's in her reign and it's not being attacked.
Yes. But
I mean, like anything, you're gonna be living in a world where there's good and bad. Like we're reading books. There's gonna be conflicts.
Listen, in Ashley Poston's books,
it's all romance.
The conflicts are literally just miscommunication.
Right.
And possible dying.
Yes. Which is in any world. Is there a world where you can't die? That's the question.
Right.
Listeners, whoever you are. If you know of any world where everyone is immortal,
that's what it would be.
X-Men. There's some immortal people in X-Men, right?
It's yes. That's the Marvel universe of like having the immortals, but it's not.
Oh,
it's not X-Men. It's the immortals.
It's the immortals.
Yeah, who are like immortal, but as everybody does have their weaknesses.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Mm.
I would also not want to live in the Percy Jackson world, because if I was a son of a god, then all the monsters are attacking you all the time. And you can only go to summer camp in summer. So the rest of the year, you're being attacked by monsters.
Like the opposite of Harry Potter.
Yes.
Only while you're in school are you being attacked by monsters.
Okay. It's true, though, except the one time the Dementors attacked Dudley.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, was it during school that Harry was originally attacked when he was a baby?
No, you're right.
It could be. It could have been during the school year. You don't know. Wait.
I'm pretty sure they
It's
say
his
what
birthday.
it
It was
was.
His
October.
birthday is in summer, isn't it?
No, his birthday's during the school year.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, his birthday, he gets the letter on his 11th birthday, which was before school started, and school starts September 1st.
Yes, it's always right before,
Yeah.
right?
So it's
Because
like-
he has his birthday
Yeah.
and then like goes to school.
Yeah.
Look, guys, it's been
It's
a
what
long time
starts
since we've
off
read
the
this
books.
book.
We're figuring out all the little
Plot holes.
plot holes. Yeah, you're right.
So during summer, he was attacked.
Just saying.
And then, but yeah, in Percy Jackson, I would not want. There's just so many monsters, and they're all like Greek mythology monsters, which I'd be like, I love it because I'm learning all about Greek mythology and stuff. But also, please don't attack me. I don't want to be attacked by a harpy or a minotaur.
I've been watching those reaction channels and stuff, and these people are reacting to watching Charmed for the first
Wait,
time.
the original Charmed or the new Charmed?
Original Charmed.
Okay, yeah.
So the episode where they became Greek goddesses and like the way that happened was they explained like Greek mythology in that because the Titans are real.
Yeah.
And in order for the Titans to be defeated, the elders had to like give power to mortals
Oh.
who then became the Greek gods because the power went to their heads.
So Zeus was a literal mortal
Yeah.
for a hot second.
Yeah.
Then was just like, no, I am. That's so cool. I have tried rewatching Charmed so many times.
It's hard for me to just watch it,
Yeah.
but watching people react to it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Because that's just, I'm getting reactions and like commentary on it and stuff.
Because I loved Charmed. I would love to be in that world if I was a Charmed one, or a light. What are they called? The light
White lighters?
White lighters, or if I could
Yeah.
be a white lighter.
So that's the interesting thing about it too, is the debate on like, is magic real and
Mhm.
how is magic real? And that's a big thing in and of itself. But like, to think of like, I would like to be in the world where like Ashley Poston, where there's like a little bit of magic in there. And it's like, for some people, that's true. That's what they believe is true, is there
Yeah,
is that
that's
little
true.
bit of magic
Yeah.
around us. So we might be in that world. It just might not be as prevalent as what you think.
We are the villagers.
Yes, we are the we are the
Muggles.
common folk.
We're the people who walk by on the screen that are blurry in
The
the
extras.
background. Yeah.
What was the thing I sent to our T&D group about like the older I get, the more of an NPC I become?
Yeah.
But it's fine because like let the young kids save the day. I just want to be over here enjoying my like coffee.
Did I ever tell you about how one of the drivers at work reminds me of an NPC because he's got the same like 3 lines that he says to everybody? Because you'll know who he is as soon as I start talking about. But like he'll have change in his pocket and start jiggling the change. Be like, oh, this is all I got today.
5,000% is an NPC.
Yeah, 100%. Just like he has like the same like 3 or 4 lines that he says to everybody and it just cycles through them.
That's so fun. I mean, hey, if it makes your day
He's
go by
been there
faster.
since the beginning too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's
Oh, wow.
100% NPC. You can't get rid of him. He's just in the background of the casino always.
Yeah.
Even after he retires, he just never leaves.
Yeah, you just keep seeing him jiggling his change.
That was my mother-in-law as well, because she would be like, every time I would go to dinner with her, she'd be like, oh, wow, how's your family? And I'd say, oh, they're good. Everyone's healthy? Yes. Okay. You should lose weight. Okay, I know. When are you guys gonna have babies? I don't know.
Same questions every day.
The same 3 questions. How's your family? Everyone's healthy? Lose weight. I guess that's not really a question.
See, what you do is you have the like 3 options of the like your responses, and you cycle through them to see if you get a different response each time.
Yeah, you have to go through every single one.
Yes,
Same
yeah.
thing with the guy. At your
You're
old job.
replaying the video game from the last save to see
Yep.
what kind of different responses you get.
We're all in Groundhog Day, just
Yep.
reliving it.
My mother-in-law is a very kind woman, but
Yeah.
the other day when she was talking to my husband on the Korean version of FaceTime, she was like, oh, so you remember I gave you homework. I gave you homework. The homework is to have a baby.
Right.
And I'm over here just like,
Mother-in-law
okay.
life. You have to be pressuring for grandkids, or else you're not really a mother-in-law.
She has a grandkid.
You still have to pressure. My my mother-in-law has a grandkid from both of her sons. Her daughter's a little bit young. I mean, I guess she's an adult. She could have a baby, but like not at that point in her life quite yet. But still, she's like, all right, I'm ready for the next one, guys. Like, let's go. And it's like, you have to, but still, it's the mother-in-law life. They have to be pressuring for the baby at all times. So the weird thing is that your mother-in-law wouldn't see the baby. Like, she's in Korea, so she wouldn't get to see them as much. So
yeah, but yeah, video chats,
yep,
pictures.
Yeah. My mother-in-law lives with us right now, so it would be like she's like, okay, I need a new baby to hold. Come on, like you got toddlers now. I need babies.
Yeah, I like it. I find it interesting how our very first episode was before your son was even a year old,
and now he's a
toddler. So every episode we get a little hint of his growth.
Oh yes, his changing. It's crazy to me. It's gonna be weird looking back, listening to these when he's like a young child or even like a teenager, and I'm like, oh, you were a baby. I miss it. I already do that with pictures.
Yeah.
So back to the topic.
It was funny. I was gonna like segue and be like, so the funny thing is I'd love to live in these worlds, but I don't want my son to have to grow up in any of them. Like,
he'd be a boy though. He'd survive anything.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Yeah. As long as he's not a orphaned young girl.
I was gonna say though, but the thing is, the problem is he's a boy and I'm his parent, so I would
Jenna's
have to die.
Oh, you would be his tragic backstory.
Right.
Yeah.
Dang, Jenna.
Especially because he always wants you to braid your hair to the side.
Right. That's a sign.
That's a sign. That's the mom hair is the side.
Yeah.
Any anime, literally every single anime. Like the first thing that popped into my head was Full Metal Alchemist. Yes. My brain wanted to call it FMA because that's just what the shorthand is. But I was just like, what's the real title? I've called it FMA for so long, I don't remember the real title.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yes, that's the first thing. Oh, and you have to have like a light colored dress and you have to have your hands clasped in front of you and the fields behind you as you smile and then...
With the little flowers flying through the
flower
wind.
petals, yeah.
Yes.
And then the screen shatters and he's traumatized.
Yep.
There was somebody that did a TikTok once, and it was like a woman that's like just had a baby, and she's like, "Oh yeah." Then she looks at it, it's like, "Oh no, it's got pink spiky hair." And then all of a sudden, like the camera changes like back up to look at her, and her hair is in the mom style.
If you have that, can you please send that to me?
I don't know where it is.
No. Oh, that is so funny. Oh my gosh. She's like, I am the tragic backstory.
No.
Oh gosh. Yeah, let's knock on wood.
Yes.
That Elias will not have a tragic backstory.
Let's keep us around for a while.
Yeah.
I do have the health conditions and problems, so I'm only just a little bit away from having a Peter Quill go off and save the universe.
Hang on, but is your husband a planetary god?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
If he is amazing at keeping secrets.
I don't think Peter Quill's dad played Monster Hunter.
No, probably not.
He was the monster and he hunted, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
A different type of monster hunter.
The problem is that Jelani is not a neglectful father, so that's really where
he's too good.
Yeah, he's too, like, he would be there to raise him.
Yeah.
He has to die too for us to have the tragic backstory.
Yeah.
We can't just,
you gotta have the orphan.
Yeah. Sorry, Jelani. So we're either killing you off or...
So just never die. Oh, also, yeah, Jelani would have to be either he'd be out of the picture or like the demanding evil father.
Right. That's only stepfather.
You will
usually stepfather.
Turn villain. Because of your death, like, he takes it so hard. He turns villain.
Every time he looks at Elias, he sees you.
Yeah.
And he can't cope.
Can't handle it.
Yeah.
Jelani's not gonna like this episode if he ever listens to it.
Jelani's great.
Jelani's great. That would never happen. But
and maybe next time my parents or my mother-in-law says, Where's your kid? I'll say, I can't. We live in a dystopian right now. I can't raise the future chosen one.
You really, the thing is that you can't have a single child. So I'll be fine if I have a second child.
Oh yeah.
Because, they don't usually have siblings. If they do, it's usually a found family situation. So you have to have twins right away, Megan.
Okay.
You cannot
No,
risk it.
because then that goes into the good twin, evil twin.
Oh,
Or they're swapped at birth or
Yep.
separated
Yeah,
at birth.
that's true.
Yes.
Twins
It's
are scary. You literally got to pop them out really quick. Come on, let's go.
Quadruplets. Can I do quadruplets?
We have not read anything negative about quadruplets.
Triplets. We did triplets.
Yeah.
That was 3 Dark Crowns.
Oh, yeah.
But no quadruplets. Okay. Oh, God. I don't want. I said no.
Octomom.
No kids. And now here I am. You guys are saying 4 right
We're
away,
just
Megan.
giving you 4 right away. I love it. To be honest, though, I'm like kind of terrified of having like twins or anything like that. That seems very intense to me.
It's double the work.
It's more than double. Everyone that I've talked to who's had twins is like, it's 1,000 times more than double because you're not just walking one child and putting them down in the new room, then you're turning around, walking back to the other room, picking them up. So it's like 4 times the work because you're constantly juggling
Back
them.
and forth, yeah.
And they tell you with kids, sorry guys, here's a little side note about being a mom. They're like, okay, you have to feed them every 2 hours from the start of your feed. And the feed lasts about 30 minutes. So then you're really only getting an hour and a half break if you can get them burped, changed, and back to sleep really quickly after your feed, especially when they're newborns. But when they're newborn, you're doing 2 30-minute feeds back to back, and then you're trying to burp them and get them down to sleep. Imagine, you get no sleep, none. You get like 10 minutes between picking up the next one.
My
for your
friend,
whole life.
her brother had twins. It was either her brother or her sister had twins. And she went home to visit them for Christmas, and then she went home in the summer, and she said it looked like they had not slept from Christmas to summer because they had twins. And she's like, they looked haggard. They looked exhausted. So, but hey, if you do have triplets, you just separate them.
Right.
One is a poisoner, one is a animal whisperer, and the other is what was she?
Oh, the good one or whatever she was supposed to
Did
be.
they control like the weather or something?
Oh yeah, the weather. You're right. Mirabelle. Mirabella.
Don't do it. I already see it on Jenna's face.
What?
I watched Encanto today. I'm sorry. Encanto.
But yeah. So is there any other worlds that you guys would like to live in? Like,
I think
have
it's
we
funny
just
because
kinda-
it's like we go, you know, I would not like to live in this one. I was going to say, is there one that's like the worst world? Like the worst one that you can imagine having to end up in?
Hunger Games,
I would say
probably.
Hunger Games,
Yeah.
Only because if you're not in the capital, everything sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you have one, like, what was it? Where they're just like constantly watching you. There's guards everywhere. You're starving, even in other districts, not just District 12 of what we saw, which I thought District 12 was like the worst that you could have it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Going off of that, though, dystopian stuff in general, so like 1984.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible world to live in.
Right.
That one would probably actually be the worst one to live in. And I know it was supposed to be a reflection on like what was going to happen, but still, like, that one's probably the worst one to live in.
And very, very realistic to possibly happen kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's, yeah.
Although,
Lot to talk about
no, I was going to say, because I was thinking, for some reason, my mind was going like Hunger Games was still a little fantastical, but it really wasn't. It was science-based where everything, because like the Mockingjays were like,
yeah, they were genetically
so it wasn't like
and...
it was like there's a magical feel to it. I was thinking 1984 is not magical, but neither is Hunger Games really. So any dystopian.
No, Hunger Games is definitely sci-fi. So is 1984.
Yeah.
I just picked up, and it'll be the book I say at the end of the episode, but Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, I think is the name. But that one's supposed to be like the dystopian novel too, like 1984, where everything's like genetically engineered.
What is that one about? Can you give like a super, because I've heard of it, I've just never known. I thought Brave New World, there was a movie, but wasn't that like Pocahontas?
Oh, I don't know.
A story about Pocahontas that Colin Firth. Was that just New World or something? Anyway.
I don't know. I don't know what the big thing about it being about right now. The world is basically people are genetically engineered to be birthed to do certain jobs and tasks, and it's crazy because like the first chapter it's going over and it's all the scientific stuff of like, hey, here we are in the like birthing area, which is literally just like, here's the embryo, and like the ova and the sperm goes in here and we make these babies out of these test tubes and all of that. And they talk about like certain ones are designed to be for like the lower class citizen, the lower end jobs. So what they do is when they're like growing them, they deprive them of oxygen.
Oh my gosh.
Like not completely, but just enough so that they stunt their growth so they're not too smart so that they can do the menial jobs.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. But
I would not want to live in that world.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then do humans not replicate?
I don't think so. I'm not
Okay.
that far into I'm like one chapter in.
I should
But-
say replicate, reproduce.
No, they literally like they talk about how like the big fantastic thing that can happen is like one egg, like how it could split for twins. They're finding out ways so they could split it for like 19 different
Okay, yeah.
people so
Yeah.
that they can mass produce people, basically.
So there are a bunch of you out there.
Yeah.
Interesting. That reminds me
Crazy.
of Oryx and Crake. Did you ever read that one, Margaret Atwood?
No.
Handmaid's Tale. We do not want to be in that world.
No, that's a bad world.
No.
No. Season 4 is coming out soon, though, and I'm so excited. But,
Oh, I stopped watching, I think, after season 2.
the end of season 3 was crazy.
I got
Intense.
really hooked on it in season 1. Tried to get back to watch season 2. I think I watched season 2. I think I tried to get back to 3, and then couldn't do it because I think that I tried to watch it post having a child, and I was like, this is a lot harder now.
Yeah, it's definitely not
So
good.
everything's harder when you have kids. You're like, I can't handle these emotions anymore.
Yeah.
Well, especially like right after pregnancy, everything makes you much more emotional. So
Yeah. Well, maybe
now.
season 4. Season 4 is the last season, so
yeah, I honestly, Handmaid's Tale, I was so invested in it, and I was like, I must read the book after season 1 came out, before season 2 came out, and everyone's like, look, do it, read the book, but it's not going to give you the satisfying ending that you're looking for the show. Like, that's not what it's about.
I feel like she does that as a writer.
Yeah.
What was Adeline Grace or something? Or
I have not read any of her books.
Oh, okay. I haven't read any of her books either. Well, no, I did. I read Oryx and Crake.
Oh.
But that one was dystopian, where a man basically created a new human that they are more animalistic in that when they reproduce, sorry, this is a weird thing to describe, but like their genitals turn blue, and that's how you know that they're like ready to reproduce. And then the men like wiggle themselves,
Like peacocks.
like helicopter themselves to entice the women. And then it's a dystopian because I think the world ends and they're like the only humans that are left over. So it was an interesting book, and I think it was a trilogy, but I never finished it. But the ending of that one was very ambiguous and like, ooh, what happened?
Yeah, I think that's her writing style, and it's supposed to like make you think. It's not going to be the Hunger Games where they overthrow the Capitol and, society goes back to normal kind of thing.
So I would not want to be in any of her books.
Yeah, no, that would be bad.
Yeah. Especially not The Handmaid's Tale.
Yes.
So.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the thing is we're women, so like things could get really bad for us really quickly, depending on where you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's definitely a hard part of like, because I was thinking about that with a lot of fantasy novels of
Mhm.
like, especially like high fantasy type novels where women are a lot of the times lesser. I mean,
Considered lesser.
Yeah, considered lesser. And I know that's true in a lot of novels in general, but even stuff like, I think about like The Priory of the Orange Tree, where it's like, I don't feel like women were ever like necessarily lesser, but they are always treated like, well, you have the kid, so
Yeah.
we have to protect you and you have to stay away from everybody because you
We
need to
need
have
you
the
to
kid.
reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you were I guess even in the Priory.
Yeah, even in the prior, that was treated a little bit differently though.
Yeah.
But you don't really find that out until
Later.
the prequel
The
book.
prequel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know where I would love to live? Lord of the Rings, the Shire.
No.
I want to live in the Shire. And they just announced that the Lego set is going to be the Hobbit hole. And I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
I was gonna say, we just gotta go to New Zealand. Don't they have all the Airbnbs?
Yes, let's go.
I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Not even the movies?
No,
Oh.
not really. I think I did when I was younger, but the older I got, the less I liked it.
Oh,
I
that
could
was...
see why the Shire would be good though, because for the
It's
most
just
part,
cozy.
the hobbits are just cozy people that don't want to do adventure, and then randomly you get the Bilbos and the
In the Frodos.
Frodos.
Well, Frodo was forced to.
Yeah.
No, he wanted adventure. Sam was forced to. But Sam is the real hero, so... Yeah.
Lord of the Rings has one woman in it. Do you know that?
No, doesn't. It has Arwen. It has Éowyn. And that's it.
Yep.
It
Sorry,
has
two women.
It has 2 women.
Are they gay? Because that would be the only time it might save it for Marissa.
Not even.
Not even. They don't
Dang.
interact.
No, not. It wouldn't even save it for me if they were gay.
Couldn't save it.
If anything, it was a love triangle between Aragorn for a hot second.
To
until,
make it even worse.
until Aragorn.
2 women that are only there for the love triangle.
Éowyn did kick butt, though. She did kill the Lord of the Ring race.
That's nice.
Yeah, my obligatory female character has to be badass, or else women will never read my book.
That's true.
Listen. My heart is broken right now.
Sorry.
Well, we also had Sam's wife.
I think the problem is that Lord of the Rings has too much hype, and I don't think it deserves all the hype it gets.
Yeah.
But that's a personal opinion.
I was just obsessed with Elijah Wood and was convinced I was going to marry him. So that's why I loved it so much.
Did you see that post where, so it's kind of convoluted, but it talks about, like, they want, I think it's Terry Crews and Vin Diesel
Yes.
to play undercover cops
At an anime convention.
at an anime convention.
And then Vin Diesel plays D&D and Terry Crews draws anime.
yeah. And then the villain is Elijah Woods, played by Daniel Radcliffe, and his minion or sidekick or whatever, Daniel Radcliffe, played by Elijah Wood.
That would be the best ever. Please make that movie, someone.
And they, the 2 of them, like, the whole premise was that they didn't want to let the other know how nerdy they are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Yes, if we can get that as a movie.
Oh my gosh. Please do that.
Directed by Peter Jackson. That would be so epic.
It's funny because you were saying Elijah Wood, and it's like every time I think of Elijah Wood, I just think of him and Daniel Radcliffe and their like confusion with everyone thinking that they're each other every single time.
Oh, I love Daniel Radcliffe's interview. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like Graham Norton or somebody who talked to him about it. And he's all like, now that you're older, do you still get confused for Elijah Wood and stuff like that? He's like, no, I still do, like, all the time. He's like, I feel bad for Elijah Wood because I got confused for him when I was like 13 years old. He got confused for a 13-year-old when he was like 30.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it was like 2023. Because
Yeah,
he is,
whatever.
so we're like the same age as Jenna and I are the same age as Daniel Radcliffe. And then Elijah Wood is 9 years older than us.
Yeah.
So
So it was
Whatever it
very
was.
obvious that you
Yeah.
were going to marry him from the get-go.
yes. Yes.
Although, admittedly, like 9 years isn't that bad of an age gap when you get older.
My
Yeah.
husband is 8
Yeah.
years older
I was
than me.
gonna say,
So
when we're older now, it's like my husband's 6 years younger than me. So
we can only play the game of how old were you when I was
for so long.
for so long.
Yep.
Before it starts getting a little weird. Because I'll be like, oh yeah, when I got into high school, I was this age. And he was like, oh, I was already in my first job. I was out of the military. And I was like, oh gosh.
We did
Yeah.
that with because my husband's hooked on Monster Hunter, which you brought up earlier, and he played it as a teenager. And he goes, "Okay, but listen. Okay, imagine that there's a book that you read in high school, and like you loved it, right? And then this year they came out with a sequel." And I go, "Well, the weird thing is like there's Hunger Games,
The
which was
Hunger
right
Games,
after
yeah.
high school." And they just came out with a prequel.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that kind of happened to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute. Hunger Games came out when you were in high school? It was just this moment of like, what?
You're
And I was
so
like, well, I was actually
young.
in college, so to make it even worse.
But how old was he?
Marissa, how old were you guys? Because you guys are the same
Middle
age.
school?
I know. That was the weird part, is that my husband and or my husband,
Whoa.
his husband and me are the same age.
Yep.
Marissa, is there something you need to tell us?
Not at all.
Okay.
Her husband is my age, actually.
Yeah. My imaginary husband.
Her imaginary husband.
The one that I tell people when I don't want them to know I'm gay. No, it's funny because, like, I think about that sometimes because, like, we'll bond over something that, like, our childhood stuff, like a cartoon or something that we watched when we were a kid. And
Then there's
you didn't watch it, so
Right.
you weren't part of it as much. Like, you knew it because I watched it and you lived in the same house as me, but you didn't watch it.
He was talking about PSPs.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
I didn't play on a PSP because I never got one.
yeah.
Sad.
Did you have one, Jenna?
No, but
No.
Justin had one.
Yeah. Oh,
Just obviously. And so I remember him having the PSP, and it's like that was late high school for us.
yeah.
And he's talking about it like, oh, as a kid, the PSP was the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, I mean, it was kind of that way as a teenager too. I remember all of the friends like, oh, you got the new PSP. But at the same time, it's like, things are different when you're a teenager. You're not as excited as you are as a child.
Yeah, well, the PSP was basically the Nintendo DS, but with better graphics, and you can play PlayStation games.
Right.
And then Nintendo just kept bringing out stuff, and so PlayStation, it's the competition thing, but
Right.
the PSP was probably one of the first, like, big graphics,
Yeah.
portable gaming system.
Yeah.
And now the Nintendo Switch is basically a giant PSP.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
And then I was going to say, and then Nintendo came out with Switch, and it was all downhill from there.
Downhill.
And then
love my Switch.
PlayStation,
Well, yeah, but no one was up in competition for portable games anymore.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Nintendo Switches.
no, PlayStation did, well, PlayStation, you have, like, you could still do the, like, on your phone stuff. Like, Jelani
Yeah.
has that.
The backbone thing.
Yeah. But I think PlayStation's big thing was VR after
Yeah.
that. Let's talk about video games, guys,
was
on our
gonna say,
book
we can-
podcast.
The funny thing is that it's so easy to get the two going because I don't get to play video games as much anymore, but it's that idea. It's a story-based thing where you're like invested in a story kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I'd say portable games like that make it feel a little bit more bookish because you get to take it with you, you know, like where you get to take a book with you.
Yeah.
So fun things like that.
I would love to be in the Zelda Breath of the Wild, not Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is a lot more chaotic, but Breath of the Wild, I'd love to live in that world. Only because it also has very much a similar feel to The Lord of the Rings.
I was going to say, it also is very Lord of the Rings.
And I mean, outside of the Yiga clan, which attacks you randomly, I could just chill in one of the villages and just be happy.
Live a happy life.
Yeah, as long as Ganon doesn't rule over the world. I mean, in every game, he comes back and rules over the world in some way. So yeah.
I saw this reel or whatever. I didn't even watch the whole thing, but I just saw like a clip of it. And someone was talking about like A Court of Thorn and Roses if Feyre had been normal or whatever. And it's essentially like the same thing with Beauty and the Beast, but I was thinking that and it was like, wait a minute, my life kind of sucks. You're saying you're gonna give me painting supplies and I'm gonna live in a mansion
With
and
books?
I don't have to do anything and I'm getting fed? Cool. All right, let's do it. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I could live that way. Like, sure. As long as I don't have to do the deadly quests, we're good.
Right.
Give me the books and the mansion. I could live Beauty and the Beast style. Although, you know, my life doesn't suck, and it would suck to not see my family anymore because
Right.
I genuinely actually like my family, but
Some
hers
of 'em.
sucked. Yeah, most of them.
Present company totally included.
Yes.
Sure.
Most of the time.
You just sneak her into the castle and be like, look at these books. There's
He
gotta-
won't notice.
He doesn't even come in here.
He doesn't read.
Can he read, though? Feyre couldn't read.
True. I mean, I'm going back to Beauty and the Beast, I guess. The Beast didn't read until she taught him how.
Neither did Gaston. Where are all the pictures?
Where are all the pictures? Did you see the thing that was like, the plot hole that bothers me the most in Disney, and it was like her showing the sheep the pictures of the book, and then Gaston going, there's no pictures.
Wait a second. That's the biggest plot hole ever.
Was that pre her switching the books out or post, though?
I think it was after.
Yeah.
Oh.
I fixed that plot hole.
Maybe
Marissa
it's
solved the
possible.
puzzle.
We have to watch the movie just to check now. Is there a
live
Paw
action and
Hill? Yes.
does she still show the sheep the pictures in the live action?
Good question. I don't think so.
But
I watched the live action when it came out, and I have not seen it since.
in Once Upon a Time, I don't remember there being a library in Rumpelstiltskin's castle.
That's true. She
But I
did take over the library, though, in the town.
She did. That
Yeah.
was a cute job. I wouldn't mind living in that world.
Yeah.
Once upon a
Minus-
time, no.
Minus getting my brain wiped.
I was going to say the 5,000 curses that just
That's
sweep
true.
over
Oh
the
my
land
gosh.
every time.
Never mind.
Things
Even
get
if you're
normal
just sitting there being a normal person, like if you're just Granny, like trying to run my shop.
Granny was like what was she? She wasn't a wolf, but she was like the leader.
Well, she wasn't full wolf, but she had wolf senses.
You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I never finished my rewatch because I got distracted by like 5 other shows.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's literally
But I do
what
want to
happens
finish it.
every single time with Once Upon a Time. You get so
I got
close
so far. I got so far.
and then fall off.
Yeah.
I did that with Lost, too. Same
I-
Just skip to the last season. It's confusing, but it's fine. The last season's good.
Of Lost or of
Of Once Upon a Time.
No, I'm on season 5. I can get through 2 more seasons.
There you
Just
go.
I have to get through there eventually. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to live in Once Upon a Time.
No.
In
I
theory,
liked the
it had
idea
quality.
of all of the fairy tales living in like one world kind of thing. I mean, we all love fairy tale retellings and like anything that you can combine them all together. Yeah,
Cinder would suck, too. That would not be a fun world to live in either.
right. Unless you were just an average citizen, maybe.
I don't know, even the average citizens, like, especially in Cinder's world specifically, like, before she was pulled into the everything, seemed kind of sucky, too.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like a great lifestyle.
I'm trying to remember it. It's been a very long time.
It was very, like, everyone stacked on top of each other in
Oh,
China.
you're right.
And, like,
yeah,
kind of
it was
living
very
in poverty-ish.
yeah.
I want to live in Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella as just a random person.
Very colorful. Race doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Black and white people have Asian babies all the time. It's fine.
Is that the one where Brandy was
Yes.
Cinderella? I love that one.
That's the best one.
That one.
I watch it all the time.
They have plenty of food.
It's
And
very colorful, very, very musical.
didn't she come back for Descendants? Like one
Yeah.
of the
Yes.
Descendants
Both of them
movies?
did. Yeah, it was her and the guy.
That's amazing.
Played the
well, now I gotta watch
parents of-
Descendants.
I know, I
played
need to watch it.
Cinderella and Prince Charming and had a kid.
Okay.
I literally watched that one movie because I saw that, and then I was like, "It's all right. It's
Okay.
a Disney movie."
Yeah. I do know my niece was one of the characters last year for Halloween.
Yeah,
No, never mind. That was her friend. She was a mermaid.
yeah. It's the daughter of Cinderella and Prince Charming, and then the daughter of the Queen of Hearts are going to like the same school.
That sounds so fun. Queen of Hearts as in Alice in Wonderland's Queen of Hearts? Like big head Helena Bonham Carter Queen of Hearts?
Yeah, but it's not that. It's
Okay.
It's slightly different, but it's very much she's like the villain who's trying to raise her daughter to be like a villain.
Oh. Okay, well, I gotta watch it.
There you go.
I'm so curious.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I want to live in that world.
We'll discuss.
Yeah. How about in your guys' worlds that you're like writing?
Okay.
Would you want to live in your world that you're of any of the worlds that you have written? Would you be interested in those?
No.
No.
Nothing that I've written thus far sounds appealing to live in.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah. Not like horrible, but like at least so far, there's nothing that I'm like, yeah, that one I'd for sure live in. What about you, Marissa?
So here's the thing. One of my novels is a dystopian novel, and we've already discussed that.
Nothing good comes from dystopia.
Yeah. I mean, depending on who you are in that novel, it could be fine, but for the most part, especially being the author and knowing what everything is going on, no. My second novel is very much like our world, but the people you focus on are different.
Ooh, okay.
So it wouldn't be like, I think anybody else that you are in that novel, you're basically just in our world, watching it from afar.
Is this Spooky Forest novel maybe?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is the evil twins, right?
That's
Evil
it,
twins?
Yeah, not
Okay,
evil
yeah.
twins, but the two sisters.
Evil twins.
They're not evil. They're not twins.
I'm just throwing it out there. Evil twins.
They're not twins. They're just two people. But
I thought they weren't even related.
no, they call each other sisters because
Okay.
they grew up together.
Okay, yeah.
But they're both orphaned. Orphan
That's-
trope. And that once again is a deep dive into other things that whatever. I can't even go into that too much. Spooky Forest one, I think would be okay to live in, except for the fact that it's like
A spooky forest?
no, not even that. Stay out of the spooky forest. That's all they tell you to do, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, how many of them listen, though?
That's the thing. Is as long
Yeah.
as you listen, you stay out of the spooky forest, you're fine. But it's just, I mean, that's just a magical world, and it's not anything necessarily bad. And there's
Okay.
a point in there, like a scene that I wrote, that I think explains things really well.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, but it kind of explains my thought on magic. So,
Oh, cool.
anyways, what about you, Megan?
So my original fantasy, with the characters that are like in a rebellion group, I would not want to live in that world because there's oppression and it's a war-torn country. There is magic though, but the magic comes at a cost. So even if you want to use magic, it's not the best.
Yeah.
And then my Korean drama one, I'd like to live in that world because there is like, it's kind of like Ashley Poston where there's like the tiniest hint of magic in that the main character has like chronic bad luck, but then she gets a token from a shaman that gives her really, really good luck and everything just like goes in her favor. So I wouldn't mind that one.
Yeah.
And that's also in Korea, set in Korea, obviously, because it's a Korean drama story. But yeah, I'd like to live in that one just because I miss Korea. And then the one I'm writing now, no.
No.
Because the politics of that one are there to but yeah, that one is like the government uses certain things to control the people in a very specific way.
Yeah.
Guys, we totally should have done this by throwing books in a hat and pulling them out and deciding whether or not we would live in that world or not.
We could do that for another like characters or villains or
Yeah.
yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun. That's a good idea though.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, we should have talked about Divergent. I was like, it would have been fun to throw like random books in this hat and pull it out and be like, live in it or no?
Lord of the Rings, Marissa. No.
No.
I was just like, there are no women. How am I going to meet anyone? Sorry, I yelled into my mic.
I think, yeah, that'd be fun. I also think that'd be like, what would make you want to live in this world and what would make you not? Because, like, you think about it, Hunger Games, sure, I'll live in the world if I'm in the capital.
Right.
Right.
But anywhere else, no.
Yeah.
Divergent, I'd live in the world if I were, like, in this faction. But we'll have just a game episode where we pull things from a hat. It's like you pull the topic and then you pull the book.
And I like, yeah, like smash or pass
Yeah.
and then you pull books like
Oh my gosh.
for characters or something.
There you go.
That'd be fun. Any character that's a male, pass.
You are a female leader. You are a male.
That makes me think of D&D. We were talking about City and Smash or Pass and everything Smash.
Okay, please give the listeners the context of that because that was so funny. That was at my house. I remember that because I remember sitting on my couch and laughing at Hanson asking me why we were laughing so hard.
We were talking about Smash or Pass, and I play Sidian the Barbarian, who doesn't really understand, like, you know, social interactions very easily. My charisma was my dub stat, and I also have decided recently that Sidian is asexual. So we made a joke of, like, if Sidian was playing Smash or Pass, Sidian thinks it's like, would I be able to smash this person? Like, crush them?
Yes.
And so it was like everything that they'd show me, I'd be like, smash, smash, smash. And then, like, the other players are just looking at me like, oh my god, really this? Like, would just be monsters.
You have a dragon, you're like, oh, definitely smash.
Oh, I've already smashed that one.
And everyone's like, whoa. We're over here imagining you as Donkey from Shrek. And you're just like, nah, I slaughtered a dragon.
Yeah, I'll easily take anything on. Yeah. Smash.
Smash all.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was great. I love that our podcast is like books, but also anything that kind of even remotely relates to a fantasy world, even a little bit. Like we talk about it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then D&D.
And D&D. Well, it's a fantasy world.
It is a fantasy world, very much. Yeah.
I love it.
We were talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender earlier, and I still have the tabletop RPG for Avatar. And as you were like talking about like, oh, you could be a bender, and I was like, oh, we almost had that one day where we could have played a one shot for it. And I already like had my character ready, and my character was gonna be a nobody. No magic, nothing. Just a cool guy who's good at fighting.
Yeah,
Osaka.
I would love. So yes, you can have the TTRPG. I really want a video game that's you can go into the Avatar world and be that. Like what was the Hogwarts one that they did?
Was it Legacy or something?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Like that type of video game, but for Avatar, where you can choose which nation you're born into and how you go about it and everything. That would be really cool.
That would be so much fun if you, so like, especially if it's even a multiplayer game, if you start in one part of the world, but then you have another slave slot so you can start in another part of the world, depending on what you choose.
Yeah.
And that would be so fun. And then if you wanted to be like a Kyoshi warrior, you can like start in any world, but then you have to like work your way up through the ranks or like in battle form or whatever.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hey, please. If you need writers for your game, we'd love to help out.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
True.
We'd love
Hey,
to.
I've been immersed into the Avatar world. I've been reading FCE's books.
Yeah.
I read the comics.
You know it all.
I know it. I could go through it.
Yeah.
Although I am nervous, but granted, I was nervous about Korra too. I am nervous about the new one that's coming out. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I enjoyed Korra. I never finished it.
You did?
Because I was watching it with a friend. And then anytime that we were like gonna watch it, we decided to do other things. So I do have it all, and I should just rewatch it.
Korra gets a really bad rep, but I think it really stands up.
Yeah.
And rewatching it especially, and kind of like diving into it, it's really good.
I think of her as every other like fantasy main character. You know, she has her annoying moments, but she still kicks butt.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. She's literally just...
Okay, seasons 1 and 2 of Korra are really bad in just the fact that it's like, it seems like that very stereotypical, like, one, love triangle type thing they got going on.
I do remember that.
She's like a teenager.
Yeah.
She's trying to figure herself out and all of that one. But I think the villains in Korra and like the struggles in it are really good.
Yeah.
And just the world building in that is really good. And then books 3 and 4, I think, is where they really hit their stride of her like growing up, becoming an adult, focusing on the important things, and that's where it's really
finding
good.
out she's bi.
Yeah. Spoiler to people that don't know, but it's been out forever, and that's the biggest thing, is Korra's bisexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. The love triangle ends in a great way, guys.
Yes. Okay.
As good as Cassandra Clare.
Better. But no.
So
that's personal speaking.
I think I liked it because of the books that I read, where I read a lot of the young adult books.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was just, that's just how she is. Of course, she's going to start off, an annoying, angsty teenager, but she's going to grow into herself. So maybe I was a little bit more lenient because of the other media I consume.
And something happens in the second season, which if people haven't watched it, I'm not going to go into, and they want to watch it, but something happens in the second season that really messes up people think it ruins Avatar: The Last Airbender and the world. I don't agree, but I see why.
All right, I think we should end it. I couldn't find a quote, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about diving into.
I did. I grabbed one.
Good job, Jenna.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna kind of wrap this up. before we get going, what books are we reading, guys? Marissa, you mentioned yours briefly, but I'll let you talk about it.
So I just started chapter 1, Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, the dystopian novel. A much older dystopian novel, much like 1984. And honestly, the reason why I picked it up was because we did the banned book episode, and this is one of the banned books, and I'm all like, I gotta read banned books.
Yes.
So I will let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah, I want to hear more about it.
I'm
Definitely.
excited.
I bought it from a locally owned independent bookshop.
Even better.
I
That's like
love
a
it.
big old slap to the face in capitalism. I guess it's not because you're still supporting someone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still.
What about you, Megan?
Guess what? I'm reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which Marissa recommended in one of our early episodes of this volume.
All right, Jenna, you're next.
All right.
Gotta do it.
I had to
So we can
wait
talk about it.
like 8 weeks for this
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And the second it came on, I was like, I'm in the middle of 3 books right now. I still need to get it. So I have like sped through the rest of my books so I can make sure I can get this on time.
Yeah.
Which I think you should do for Rebel Witch.
I'm highly considering it. I think I'll probably take it and then try to push through Legendary really quick.
Finale.
Finale. So that's what I'm reading, guys. I'm reading Finale by Stephanie Garber, the third in the Caraval series. We've talked about how Caraval has been hard for me to get through, but it is getting better, I will say, with each book. So I'm able to kind of be in that mindset, in that world. But Rebel Witch just got available on my Libby app, and I've been waiting since it came out for it. So I'm probably going to jump on that. And I was like, do I stop where I'm at in Finale and go read Rebel Witch, or do I just push through and try to read it really fast, or do I let the next person borrow it and then wait another 500 years?
Don't wait 500 years.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at with my books. Because I've had quite a few that I've skipped through just because I was already in the mindset, but I was like, it's fine, I'm not that. But Rebel Witch, I've been really, really wanting to read. So
I have a lot to say, so when you finish it, or as you're reading it, did you get it on Audible or audio?
No, not audio, so it'll be
Ebook? Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely keep me informed of all your thoughts and feelings.
I will.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jenna. Did you start The Very Secret Society, Megan?
No, literally on my way home I will.
Okay.
Because I just finished A Fate Inked in Blood on my way here. And that was a book. That was a book.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be a very different book for you because this is definitely a cozy read.
Yes. I'm ready for cozy because A Fate Inked in Blood, the main character was too horny the entire time and I got so sick of it. And I am ready for some just light romance.
There you go.
Even if there's no romance in this, I'd be okay with it.
There is romance.
Yeah.
But light.
Yeah. No horny witches for me, please.
Okay.
I feel like
Marissa made a face.
I was gonna say I feel like Rebel Witch might be horny witches for me.
Yes. You will have horny witches and I will have potentially not horny witches. I'm not
horny.
sure.
It is
moments.
modest,
Okay.
but it is, I mean, there's a romance. So, I mean, there's
Okay.
a part where they're
There's yearning. There's
yeah,
things that happen.
exactly.
Okay.
It's not like it's porn or anything like that, but
That was Fate and Inked in Blood.
Yeah.
It was so much. But also I need to know. So I want the second book to come out. But if second book is anything like first book, I will not be happy and I'll probably DNF it because I can't handle a mention of a man's abs anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah. Or his silky locks. I'm sick and tired of his silky locks.
Oh.
Ugh. Anyway. Hey, listen, if you liked A Fate Inked in Blood, more power to you.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that the one? That's the Norse one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that book.
You read it.
I hated it. That was the one where I was like, oh, I picked it up because it was so pretty, and everyone was
It's
like
very
talking
pretty.
about it, and I was just like, I hate this book so much.
The sex scene went on for 20 pages.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, calm down.
and everything about it was another one of those ones where I realized I was being a really picky reader, but at the same time, I just
Did you
could not
finish
get
it?
into- I think I did finish that one, and I
Okay.
was like, I don't even care about the next one. I'm pretending this never happened. I hate it.
Okay. On that note.
Okay, so on that note, happy news. Find us on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere you listen to podcasts now. We're pretty much everywhere. Brawless Book Guild Podcast, hashtag Brawless Book Guild Podcast. Add us, review us, rate us, subscribe us, all the fun things.
Comment,
interact with us. Give us worlds that you want to live in or really, really, really don't want to live in. So that we can
what
hear
did we
your guys'
miss?
thought. Yeah, what did we miss? What didn't we think about? Maybe you guys have the perfect world to live in and we all just skipped right over it.
Also, since this episode was all over the place, if you just want to give us a random, just talk to us about anything.
Right.
Yeah. Video games, Avatar.
Yeah, we're here for it. Anything vaguely fantasy. And on that note, I'll end this on a quote. This is by Iris Murdoch, and it says, "We live in a fantasy world, a world of illusion. The great task in life is to find reality." There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Next time.
Bye.
Bye.